Welcome back to the CC&A Insurance podcast. I'm your host, Abigale Dixon, and in each episode we sit down and chat to our experts to simplify the world of insurance and risk management. Our goal is to provide you with all the information you need to protect what matters to you most. Today we are diving into the topic of car insurance. Today I have Narissa Pillay with me. She is in our claims department and deals with our clients' claims on a daily basis. Hi, Narissa.
Hi, Abby.
What is the most common modification that people think doesn't count but can impact their insurance?
Okay, so a lot of clients forget to notify us about extras on their vehicle, such as vehicle wrapping, smash and grab, bull bars, tow bars, and sign writing, especially sign writing.
Okay.
Yeah. So if there's a claim and you've got sign writing on the side of your door and it's not specified as an extra, they won't be covered for it.
Okay.
Or if your left side door glass needs to be replaced and it has smash and grab on it, but we don't know about the smash and grab on your vehicle, there would be no cover for the smash and grab. We would only pay for the glass being replaced.
Okay. So when clients think of modifications, they might think more of like performance modifications, not necessarily extras or additional things that are fitted to the car.
So it's everything as a whole, because we need to be notified about everything, whether it's your smash and grab, sign writing, or performance mods.
Okay.
Because if the vehicle had to be involved in an accident and it was written off and we weren't notified about all these extras or modifications, they won't be covered.
Okay.
So you've paid for, a fancy exhaust in your vehicle. And if we're not informed about this, you're not going to get paid out that whole amount.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the biggest payout you've seen reduced because there were modifications that weren't declared?
So I know recently there was a claim where a client was involved in a pretty bad accident and there wasn't sign writing specified and the bull bar alone was like 40,000.
Okay.
Yeah. So unfortunately, because it wasn't specified, there was no cover for that.
Okay, so they only would have gotten paid out based on the vehicle value?
Yeah,
okay.
For the actual repairs, not the extras that were on the car.
How often do people discover that their vehicle was underinsured after an accident or theft?
Okay, so it doesn't happen very often.
Okay.
But a lot of clients, I wouldn't say a lot of clients, but a few people do like to save on their premium.
Okay.
So maybe that's why they don't declare their modifications, or they would want the vehicle insured below retail value.
Okay.
We generally do not do that, because if something had to happen later on, there's going to be an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, in terms of cover and settlement.
How should owners of modified or classic cars make sure that their vehicles are properly insured at the correct value?
Okay, so classic cars need to get valuated.
Okay, by a professional valuator, yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, basically, and then with modifications, we would need invoices.
Okay.
For any extras or modifications added onto your vehicle.
Yeah, then that would just be added onto the sum insured.
Yeah.
Okay. How do insurers usually find out if a vehicle is being used for business when it's insured for personal use?
So in terms of when there's a claim, the client would have to notify us, or also depending on the circumstances of the claim, an investigator would be appointed.
Okay.
And they will have to give a description of what happened. Investigators could ask why they were driving at that time, where they were going, do they have passengers, etc.
Okay.
So yeah, it would definitely be found out.
Okay.
Find out. Yeah.
Have you seen claims denied because the person who insured their vehicle was doing e-hailing or driving an Uber or doing deliveries, like for Takealot, for example?
Yeah. Okay, so we have had quite a few claims. There was one as of recent where a client had their vehicle specified on their personal policy. They were initially asked in the beginning, when they had to fill in that proposal form, and they did not disclose that the vehicle was going to be used for e-hailing.
Okay.
So it was involved in an accident late at night, like around midnight, and the vehicle was written off.
Okay.
And when the investigator was appointed and they did the investigation and did a whole lot of, tracking and stuff. They found out that the vehicle was being used for e-hailing, and the claim was rejected because the client wasn't honest.
Okay.
And it was non-disclosure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there common lies or omissions that would be considered red flags during a claim investigation?
Yeah, a client could not be forthcoming.
Okay.
If they start acting a bit suspicious or don't want to submit certain documents, they could lie about the time, about passengers, about if there was another vehicle involved.
Okay.
And what they were doing, prior to the accident. Like they could have been on a night out with friends drinking.
Yeah.
And there could have been an accident, but they leave out that information. And then obviously when you start asking questions, their behavior is a bit suspicious.
Okay. And
So
do
we
their stories change?
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes stories do not add up, and then the investigator picks up on this, and then we realize the clients are not being honest. So when you keep on asking them the same thing, the explanations are changing.
Okay.
And then start adding up. So
What can somebody do immediately after an accident to protect a claim?
okay, so take pictures. Always take pictures.
Of your vehicle, their vehicle?
Of your vehicle. If there's another vehicle involved, their vehicle, their disc, their driver's license, and your accident report. Because if there's another vehicle involved in the accident, it needs to be reported to the police.
Okay.
And you need to take a picture of the accident report as soon as you're done filling it in.
Okay.
Because once the claim is in motion and they ask for a copy of the accident report and we don't have that, it's very hard to get it.
That from the police?
Yeah, it's very hard to get it. Sometimes they'll say, they can't access it, or you have to pay, or, they just come up with a whole lot of reasons as to why they can't give it to you. So we do advise for clients to take pictures of the accident report as soon as they're done filling it in.
Okay.
That really helps when there's another vehicle involved.
When another vehicle is involved, how important is it to get the third party's information?
It's very important because that could help with the recovery.
Okay.
So we can approach them and try and recover the costs for the damages to your vehicle and your excess.
Yeah. Does it make a difference who is noted as the regular driver? Would it affect a claim negatively if a non-listed driver was driving the vehicle at the time of the accident?
Okay, so with us, we don't work on a named driver basis. However, if the driver is under 25 or licensed for less than 2 years, there is an additional excess.
Okay.
But generally, we do not work on a named driver basis unless the vehicle is over a certain value.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so most it's any person who's driving.
They must just have a valid driver's license, be driving with your permission.
Okay.
Yeah.
That brings us to the end of today's episode. Thank you, Narissa, for taking the time to share your insights with us. For those listening at home or the office, we hope that you found this discussion valuable. If you would like to ask any questions on the topic we've discussed today, or if you feel that you need to review your policy, please don't hesitate to contact us. Our website link will be in the description above or below the video, and you can find our contact details on our website. Thank you for joining us on the CC&A Insurance podcast. We look forward to seeing you at the next episode.